The parent rap is definitely a thought-provoking episode of The Simpsons. I don't know if I love the episode. I certainly didn't hate it. This is the second episode of the 13th season of The Simpsons, and this is directed by Mark Kirkland and Jim Reardon. 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which for season 13, around this time, the last few seasons, that's been a pretty average rating. Bart ends up going before the judge. And because the judge deems that Homer is responsible for something that Bart has done, which I won't explain in any great detail, I don't want to ruin it, the punishment is to have them tethered together. And that seems like a terrible idea. Initially, there's the opportunity to bring them together, but I think it's completely understandable that if you have to spend any great length of time with anybody, even somebody in your family, somebody you love, and let's face it, I think Homer does love Bart, and vice versa, even though they may not always show it, you're going to rub each other up the wrong way and you're going to get on each other's nerves and it's going to make things difficult. For example, Homer still goes to Moe's and Bart just gets left outside while they're still tethered together, and various other things like that. I do feel like Bart got the shorter straw there because Homer was still able to do more things than I think maybe Bart could have done. But it is thought provoking. It's obviously not a suitable punishment in the real world, but how much would it cause children to rein in their negative behaviour if they thought the punishment would be being tethered to a parent? Maybe it would work. I don't know. I doubt it. But yeah, it was a bit thought provoking, but I didn't love it. I feel like the actual action during the episode, wasn't that interesting. I did like the courtroom scenes. I'm a big fan of courtroom dramas. Even in animation, it's great fun. So those scenes I did like. The judge, Judge Harm, brilliant name. Uh, didn't like, but that's kind of the point. You're not really meant to like them, and I definitely preferred the other judge. I don't have too many thoughts on the episode because, quite frankly, not that much happens. Marge does something quite drastic at one point, which I won't divulge, but I thought that was an interesting direction that I hadn't predicted. So it's not completely predictable. It's fairly interesting. Definitely not my favorite, but I don't mind watching it if I'm watching season 13. I won't skip it, but I doubt I'd ever seek it out intentionally.